Jocelyn. It really does. You can see the top too. I didn't realize you were going to be able to see the top. It's so cool. And now we're...
Hey, Joss went to a show.
She did?
Was it a comedian show that you went to, Joss? I saw your Twitter. I mean, X, formerly known as Twitter.
Yeah, that's so weird. When are they going to change it back?
I don't know.
They'll get tired of it.
Some porno site or something.
Sooner or later, they'll be like totally sick of it. Let me go into our thing real quick. I want to know what kind of show it is, though.
It looked like a comedian show.
Oh, really?
Did in Boston.
That's so cool. I want to go to Boston. You know?
Oh, what happened? Oh, you know what? Let me see what kind of ad they're showing for us.
You're watching your own
ad?
ad?
Hi, yes, Chris DiStefano. He's a comedian.
Oh, okay. You said, let me show you what type of ad, and then you said that.
No,
so
I said, like, I was like, when I clicked in there, you can see what ad they play before you go into our live.
That's very cool. Is it ever anything good?
Sometimes it's medication.
Medication. The picture is clear.
Yeah.
We got some comments about our shitty internet, that we would do better to have a Canon string.
It almost ruined my Thanksgiving.
Sean was so upset about it.
So upset.
Hey, Karen. So, hey, I like that one. The Queen of Planet Me. Hello, how are you? It's good to see you.
That's a really cool name. I like it.
Yeah?
Let's see. I'm going to pin that.
You know who it is, right? We'll have him guess in a second. It's a good thing, but it doesn't sound like he knows who it is. So we both going from the heat to the cold to the heat. We're always like out of breath. Does that happen to everybody?
I'm just getting big. That's all mine is.
No, but when you have to acclimate to a different temperature, isn't that what sometimes makes your like the spasms or whatever?
I don't know.
Or is that just like what people say is an excuse to why they're short?
Yeah, probably an excuse.
Hey, Kay, how are you? Stitching, hello.
Hey, Stitching.
It's good to see you. Stitching, I just watched our friend Alice's, I watched her short thing where she thinks someone who followed her. I know who you are. I know who you are. We'll have, I didn't know if you wanted to stay incognito or not, so I didn't give it away. But I watched Alice Dark and I saw her 40-second thing where you heard it, where she thinks someone that followed her on Twitter that agreed with her is stalking her. All the person said was, I agree, I have this. She said it was a stalker.
It's like our Silky out there.
She's very into lights.
Yeah.
Like, I've noticed that. Like, yep, there you go. It's Mama Ricky.
Hey, Mama Ricky.
That's the Queen of Planet.
What do y'all think about Dolly last night?
I actually got some likes on that and some retweets.
Yeah, you did.
I was quick on the ball.
You was quick on the draw, and that's what you got to do in X, formerly known as Twitter, if you're quick on the draw.
That's really... Did y'all see her for real, though? She blocked you on Twitter. I don't have her on my Twitter. I need to see if I can find her. So, Dolly Parton dressed herself up like a Dallas cheerleader, and let me tell you, she looked just about as good as they did.
Hey, you know what, though?
Let me look up the picture.
There is a certain demographic of people, like in the younger generation, that were trashing her.
Why?
Like in the comments, like, oh, why don't you act? You know, it was just really weird.
It's like, why don't you put on the same outfit and go?
Yeah, you go try it with your 25-year-old ass. You know,
I'm gonna find it for you guys. Hold on. Most of you probably saw it. Here it is. Right here. This is the best picture. Would you look at this? That she is 77 years old.
It was when she, I mean, she's been making the rounds too, because she was, what game was it? When she was with Peyton Manning and she came out.
That's a good
She
question.
came out with Peyton Manning
she's a
in her
hottie.
arm.
Yeah. She says, I watched the whole Dolly thing. 77-year-old woman who looks as good as a cheerleader. She was hot. Her stomach, she had a glittery bodysuit, like a nude bodysuit, which...
It was a bodysuit, but still...
you can't hide
you can put a bodysuit on, it still, like, forms to what your body is.
The sound was pretty bad.
Yeah.
What's up, Khaki? It said she tries to change her name, but she has to wait 15... I love it when I see what Khaki's new names are. But now they make you wait, like, 14 days or something like that. She is amazing. She's been married for a very long time.
Yeah.
50 or 60
remember when
years,
it was I guess it might have been in the 90s. Remember when they said that, like, they tried to make a scandal out of her saying that she was having an affair with like a 16-year-old guy or whatever.
I don't remember that.
I just think that Nashville wouldn't tolerate it. I
No.
mean, it was somebody was trying to perpetrate that, and Nashville was like, it's not true. Who
I heard
knows if it
she's
was the age of internet, if it had taken hold, but it didn't.
I heard she was head over heels for her
That's
husband,
right.
and she's still, yeah. Um, um, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's no denying she didn't look good. You can have whatever opinion you want about like these people that, and what does act your age mean? Because we certainly in this
Because they
community
said,
we don't
yeah,
know.
like, right. How's a 25-year-old going to tell a 77-year-old to act her age? It's like, you're 77, you're old. It's like, you know
I
what?
didn't know that.
It's like, fuck right off with that, man, you know?
You can change it any time when you do it for your cell phone. You're waiting for a certain mugshot. From who? I'm so behind. What did I miss? Waiting for a certain mugshot? Tell me who.
I don't even know what you're talking about. I think this one's behind a little bit.
Oh, you need to. I'm looking at this one is. Oh, I might be on. I want to know though. I have no idea what they're talking about. We won't stay on this long.
I see it.
But after the other day, remember we were being. It wasn't a real time snipe, but our stream from like a few days ago was being sniped by Randy and Wendy.
Yeah.
Randy, you're a crybaby.
Yeah. And what did I tell you about? After you were enlightened and I showed you some things, and since we've been together, I used to say, I mean, I said, you know, Wendy's whatever, but she's really, really untruthful. And you didn't really believe that
I
at
didn't.
first.
I didn't.
And then I said, just watch how things unfold and then look at, I think some of the stuff she truly doesn't know. And she says, but she spins stuff. She's really insulting to people that have been here and know what the history of things are.
I was like, afterwards, I went after watching like a few things after that. I was like, well, I am 100% convinced she is a liar.
Yeah, she was trying. Here's the first lesson that and sorry if I'm acting like Angelo here, but you know, here's what I have to say. If you have a smaller channel and we talk about you, say you have a bigger channel than us, Randy and Wendy's channel and Randy's channel are bigger. And you talk, and the smaller channel talks about you to 60 people, talks about you. Nobody else really cares or knows. Why would you spin up a live stream and put 270 people in there?
We got some subs.
And then try to tell them first what I said, like, and then try to spin your story. People know what the truth is. It only helps the smaller channel.
Yeah.
It just helps the smaller
Yeah,
channel.
she said her and Wendy asked you to prove all of your claims.
Right.
First of all, no.
First of all, we don't have to.
Nobody cares.
People, here's the thing, you
No
know.
one cares.
There was, the people that followed way back, there was live streams about that. And it really was no big deal.
It wasn't even a huge
They're going
thing.
back, what, that would be 2016 or something, or 2017?
It was right after Dr. Phil.
So 2017. No, it was before that because I was working at that convenience store when that happened. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But this is a couple of women that don't want you to go back and reminisce 2 years ago about St. Jude or some of the other stuff they were part of. But they want to go and remind people of something that may or may not happen 6 years ago or 7 years ago.
And nobody really cares.
This is a woman, I'm talking about Wendy, who was on the let's get Trisha off the internet
Let's get her
hate
done,
train.
or whatever.
Do you guys remember when her and Diane did the whole let's get it done civil suit against Trisha? Y'all remember that? That was Wendy. That was Wendy's crying and Diane's crying. It was never going to happen. But they did a lot of crying. And during that time that I'm talking about is when Wendy did started crying. It was around Dr. Phil. Started crying to a cop on North Topsail Beach that, well, you know the story. I described the story last time. That's when it happened.
Yeah.
Why would I have to prove that? Then it's the same time frame when you were into that ridiculous civil suit.
Yeah.
You were all over that, Wendy. Everybody fucking knows that.
You were going to save the world.
Yep. You were going to just, let's get it done, civil suit.
Yeah. So, sniping means, true sniping is when they're showing you real time, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it was like a stream from like a few days before that we had done. So I was like, I mean, Everyone knows that Randy's a liar. We all know that she's.
We know this. Yes.
What I didn't have any idea that Wendy was absolutely a liar.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I was like, anyways.
So there's that, and really, I was really surprised that they were that upset about it because
They
first of all,
always are. They get so
it's
worked up.
not that big a deal. We've all been involved in so much fuckery.
Thank you, Karen.
It is it's satisfying to me that those two will get so bent out of shape with something that I said happened 7 years ago.
And I have to believe that some of it is for views. Why?
Yeah,
I don't think anybody really cares about what we do or what we say, but I have to believe that some of it is for views. But as far as the like pretentious, can't believe that you have the audacity. That's a classic Wendy.
Right.
And then when we've all talked about gaslighting, right? So Karen says, are you watching? And I'm like, no. And Karen was in the chat and she goes, she said that you don't have a friend in this world. First of all, she says that about everybody. She said it about Corey Chainsaw. She said
That absolutely
she likes
is.
examples. She said about so many people. So that's like her go-to. Like, and I don't know if it's because that's like a fear of hers of having absolutely not one friend in this world. But Karen said, I'm her friend. And she goes, well, good, Karen, but just you. And she goes,
And then
Loretta would say.
Yep. And then somebody else came into the chat and said it. So I've heard. Who else was it that said?
But in either way, like, I have to, so there can be a case made that we're immature, but for a 50-year-old to say, you don't have any friend. You don't have a friend.
It is classic. It's like you're literally listening to her stream or something. Someone comes to us, we're laying in bed, we're snuggling up after our live stream, and people are like, and whoever it was said, Randy's 50, right? Isn't she 50 years old, something like that?
Something like that.
A 50-year-old woman says to a screen full of people, she has not a friend in the world. Do you look at our community pages? Do you look at what we do? Anyway, it's a classic, that is a classic, very basic gaslighting comment. It is.
Yeah, that's why when it was like, well, that's gaslighting. And I was like,
Exactly.
oh, because they like to, hey, yoga, they like to say that about everybody else. But I thought it was funny. I was like, oh, she says that about everybody. I was making sure.
She has got not a
She
friend
says that
in the
about
world.
everybody.
Most of us that have started this live streaming stuff have evolved.
I can't keep a friend.
Yeah, I know. We have evolved into doing other things where this has become a hobby for us. Y'all, we're friends. You've made some good friends. Not as many as me, but you've made some very good friends.
Very good friends.
But what we're doing right now with y'all is visiting with you guys, and it's kind of a hobby for us when I'm off of work, when she's off of work, when we're not doing things. Everybody else has kind of evolved.
Yeah. We're
Randy's
the only
still
ones
doing the
hanging
same
on
thing.
in the same.
I mean, there's been some. Mandy brought a good statistic to me. Do you know that there's how many channels with over 1 million subs?
40,000.
There are 40,000
Hey, Rez.
YouTube channels. 40,000
That have 1 million or more.
That's like Truist Field. Like
that's a lot.
If you fill up a stadium for a baseball game full of individuals with 1 million subs, right?
Or more.
That puts it into perspective how insignificant and unimportant the drama community and all of us with, hell, we all have under 20,000 subs, I think, except for maybe Yaba, right?
I think so. There we go.
It just, at some point, from between 2017 and the holidays of 2023, each one of us has figured out that this is only a very small part of life.
Right.
Randy and Wendy still take it very, very seriously to their 250 people, which is fine. But I just chuckle at it. You know, when we were looking at what's been going on with some of the other stuff that's been going on in the drama community, you see that people are releasing DMs about people, and I don't dislike anybody involved in this, really. They've never done anything personally to me. But when people have a fallout, they start releasing DMs. And these people were talking about channel building and how important it is to build the channel. Everybody, and I think this goes for like Emma and Moonbear right now. All of us that are content creators at some point in the last few years got this little bug when we start to live stream where we really think that we're going to make a lot of money doing it. Or we're going to make some money doing it. And also afterwards down the line, we kind of realized that, we can make a little bit of money here and there, but it's not enough we need jobs. We need careers. This needs to be a hobby. And that's the other thing is
it's not sustainable.
It's not sustainable. Even these people with millions of subs that they are starting to, the family channels, the drama channels, they're all starting to go away. As people have moved on to other things.
And you're right. Stitching says there are grass cutting channels that have more than 1 million. That chicken videos.
Yes, the grass cutting channel. I've seen that, Stitching.
Is it relaxing to people?
It's a guy that he'll go up to somebody's yard, right? And the one that I saw, Stitching, was the guy when he went into that neighborhood and he went to the guy's house and he said, I want to, do everything. He wanted to do the sidewalks and all that. And the guy was like, yeah, I'd been out of town for a while. Great. So he does it for free. The guy's like, I've got no money. And he really does about a whole day's work, a couple $100 worth of work. Because, and then he edits it.
It relaxes people.
Well, he edits it and he puts it on there and he's got something like 7 million subscribers or something like that. The AdSense that he's going to make from that job is going to far and away be more than what he would charge that man.
Right. That's like Dr. Pimple Popper, removing cysts and stuff. Presley said that she's having family there from Arizona and San Antonio. We had leftovers tonight. I cooked. I enjoyed playing Oh, how fun, Presley. Wanted to pop and say it. It's good to see you. At least Mandy's not painting with her tits for depraved attention and donations. And Sean's not doing with a damn cute.
I know.
Yeah, there is that. There is that.
I've said this jokingly to Mandi a couple of times, a few times. She's like, well, we're going to do a live stream tonight. And I'm like, well, at least I know you're not going to pull your tits out.
No. I'm so modest that even if I'm going to run outside and do something, I put a bra on. I really do. Like if I'm going to run out and feed the chickens or whatever, I put a bra on. I'm like, nobody, it's just appropriate. Nobody wants to see that. So for those people are saying that it looks really good. Thank you. These are from last year. The only thing we have, I'll let you, Sean's is here, but we have Tiny, Scout, Storm, Sawyer, Ellie, and then Sean, mine's on the other end. So Tiny's the only one from the chicken bunch.
That's right. Stocking. We would have to make 26 more. And no, it's not a green screen. We were like, somebody's gonna go, well, it's a green screen.
It's so not that fancy.
I'll go ahead and touch
but
this.
But it's not even that fancy.
I know, it's not
but yeah, so right, Joanna, people are getting into the Christmas spirit. Presley's probably already decorating. Karen, I don't know that she started decorating yet, but we were talking about when do people decorate? In my family, you couldn't do it before December the 1st. And then I've heard not until after Thanksgiving. I've had it up for 2 weeks or so.
It was the day after Halloween.
It was, yeah. I was like, this is our own house. We can.
If we were to turn the camera around, you would see our Christmas tree.
Yeah.
We normally stream over there. That's where we have the setup. We have a lawn or a bright lawn ornament that is of a silky chicken.
Yeah.
That'll be probably our thumbnail long.
Y'all are cracking me up. So Presley says, well, shoot, the beast looks like she has her crack ass up on her chest. And Mama 3 says, I like so many creators. The only one I cannot stomach is the beast. I enjoy you, Randy and Wendy. I find it all. Yeah, that's pretty universal.
That's cool. But it was just what we were talking about earlier. Wendy was very bothered by, when I brought up an event a pretty insignificant event from 7 years ago. She
did call the police, though.
Yeah, it's the truth.
She called the police because Trisha said that her husband left her for a younger woman.
Yeah, and TT did a live stream about it, but we were a very immature community back then. When I mean immature, everybody was pissed off about everything. Everybody thought everything was against the law and this and that. And
we really didn't know. People thought doxing was against the law, and I guess it is in some ways. But
I will tell you guys this: you guys remember in May, right before 9 days before me and her first crossed over, and people still like, what does the term crossed over mean? But
do people say that for real?
For sometimes they say it's like when we crossed over the friend zone.
Say hi.
my ex-wife had a live stream where she put my social security number on the live stream, and somebody sent me the literal screenshot that they took of my social security number. And I was like, is this your social security number? I was like, yeah. And they said, well, this is what's being plastered all over the live stream. And I freaked out, it's too,
It is a huge, it's a pretty big deal.
So I called Onslow County Police and I told them what was happening, and I sent them a picture of the screenshot and they took a police report down and all this. And I was not in Onslow County. So I drove from wherever I was in Asheville at the time, back to get the police report. And then I grabbed the police report.
We still have it.
Yep. And then I grabbed the police report and I went to the magistrate
ready.
Because certainly it was against the law to show somebody's social security number. And they were like, well, this is not, we can take the police report. We can try to figure out, but the magistrate was kind of like, I can't do this for you. And I was like, why not? And they said, she says, it's against the law, right? And they said, literally, it's not against the law to put phone numbers, to put social security numbers on the live stream. Like if I put Mandi's up there right now, it's not an arrestable offense. And I couldn't believe that. And they explained to me that what would happen if somebody took that social security number that they saw on a live stream and were able to use it to commit a crime, then they could go after the person that put it on the live stream. But then and only then would it warrant an action from a magistrate. And it was like...
That's interesting.
Yeah, it was crazy.
That's very interesting. It's like people have their own ideas on here of what's legal and what's not legal. Presley, you're right. She says her 3-year-old does better art than the Beast. I would tend to agree. Thank you. Loves the Christmas decoration. After the family leaves, she's going to do hers. That's very awesome. Have a good night, Mama. See you later. I want to see everybody's decorations.
Punch Monkey's here.
I know. Thinks that she's got a privacy strike because she said I was jealous and she did. That's exactly. No, she got a privacy strike. You dox Karen's full legal name. Even when she gets a strike, she still can't tell the truth. She's incapable of it.
Now, when she doxed the full name, it was like she said it verbally, right? She didn't write it down on a piece of paper?
She said it. I think she said it.
Say when you say it verbally, it's a certain type of privacy level, and it's not levels, but it's like you would have to search the soundbite to get it. It's another thing if the information's written down and shown where you can simply screenshot it. It's different. Really? Yeah, because it's a lot more damaging when someone can just take a screenshot.
I see. Yeah, I'm not.
And I'm not diminishing it at all, Karen. I'm just saying that when you start talking about that stuff, it was literally a screenshot that's just sitting there like a picture, like if you're going through pictures.
No, she did it verbally.
Verbally, yeah.
And so, but the thing is too, and again, all Karen did was because she got it from her PayPal when she used to give it. And it's that's so lame. You know what I mean?
And that's what people forget. It's like if you were friends with somebody. If you were friends with somebody and then you have a fallout or this or that, and you've PayPal'd them, then yes, they're going to have a little bit of your information. On that note, you've got people that do not like Emma, do not like that group, and they found out their information. Now, whether it's posted or not, I don't know, but I've heard it's floating around, and it's another case of where people are all about the drama and they're real tough until they become the drama. Yeah. And
well, what sometimes people do, and she typed it too, and she's got the screen. Yeah,
I put it in the chat.
She got a privacy strike.
Yep. I should have done that. I would have been more successful striking her than going to the police.
Yeah, YouTube has a whole set of rules different than the law. Yeah. Yeah. She. Hey Gigi, it's good to see you. We had a good Thanksgiving. How was everybody's Thanksgiving? Hey Gigi. I did notice that as I get older, that things don't taste the same as I remember them. Each year, it seems like you lose your taste a little bit more and more and more.
You think?
I do.
We're just getting old.
Well, we are definitely getting old. We were writing down our different appointments that we have for this coming week because Sean's having an MRI, then he has a follow-up, and then I have a follow-up something, follow-up for something. And I was like writing it on the calendar, on the wall calendar, and I was like, we are literally my grandparents. Yeah. We are literally like, okay, well, I'm off this day, so I can go to this one, can go to this one. And I was like, it is
We did Punch Monkey. We had a great Thanksgiving. Rez says, but doesn't it matter in what the intent was to show it? Absolutely.
turkeys don't taste the
Absolutely.
same. They're grown too fast. There you go.
Wow.
Stitching always delivers.
She does.
And so does Karen. Thank you. That's Sawyer's rooster. There was someone. Oh, stitching. She's designing a cross stitching a flat pancake person for Paula.
Nice.
You know what that's from?
From Flat.
So you're so smart. You keep up with enough from Twitter
Well,
that you can keep
I
in the
do
in the
look
convo.
at Twitter. I do look
He
at Twitter.
sees a lot of he sees a lot of things on Twitter that we're able to piece together things. I don't know. Did we were gonna ask you guys, did Katie actually have skin removal? What was she healing from in the hospital? Was it actually skin removal? You said you haven't seen it.
I thought she had the skin removal, but
See, Punch Monkey says her
I don't.
turkey didn't
I haven't
taste good
seen
either.
anything from her in a couple months for me.
You're probably right, Stitching. They have like broiler turkeys now,
That's crazy.
where they just grow real fast.
They have. We haven't seen them that much this year, but the first year we were here 2 years ago, there were wild turkeys all over the place.
But there was, yes, she had it. Okay, I cannot believe she did. I cannot believe that she got her shit together and insurance approved it, and she actually.
Do they have to put her in anesthesia?
Oh yeah, yeah. It's
Wow.
a painful surgery. She posted the skin after they took it off.
Oh my gosh.
Did they do it on her arm too, or just her midsection? See, I should have asked Karen. They posted the skin. So that was a tremendous amount of skin, but I thought she was doing her arms at the same time. I can't believe insurance paid for it. It is extremely difficult to get insurance to pay for that.
Yeah, especially what kind of insurance does she have? You know.
I don't know, but I couldn't believe that she was able to be put under just the midsection.
Just the midsection.
And her back too? Or did they just do I thought they were going to go all the way around her body. That's interesting. Yeah, I guess insurance would pay for that. I don't think they pay for arms and stuff like that.
I have no idea.
Well, that's interesting. I'll be damned when everybody goes, oh, she's a liar. She's not going to get it done. And Katie always pops up doing some craziness and making it happen. She's a survivor.
I mean, does she have to pay like a massive copay, or does insurance just pay for it? I mean, at some point you have to give them something.
I can't believe she quit smoking and drinking long enough to do it either.
That's
not
the
her
main
back.
thing.
Okay, so they didn't do it. So insurance must have done it because when she saw a surgeon, they needed to go all the way around.
Wow.
Yeah. Hold on one second. Let me see. Preston said, the beast is a disease. My cousin saw her on Dr. Phil and said, Sean should have dropped her off at the psych ward. And he said, Sean should have pressed charges when she flushed the dog tags.
I didn't watch when she did it, though.
We were loading a truck or something, and I was like...
Was it when we were leaving from Texas, or...?
It was when we were moving something into storage, I think.
I mean, people don't believe that I'm not lurking in her chat or whatever. I don't. I really don't. Number one reason is that I'm not interested in it. Anything that I need to know or what I can just, y'all tell me. And the other reason is I work a lot. I don't like during the week, anything that's any live streams, whoever they are that are in the middle of the day, unless they're in a little window of time, like at lunch, I don't see them. And even then, there's only about a 3% chance that I even watch them because I'm doing something else.
I sent him the other day Mandy, I just sent text of her. Oh, okay, thank you. But I'll send him clips. Now I know the Jacqueline Glenn where she read her ex-boyfriend's cheating text out loud and sang about it is not new. It has several million views. I sent it to Sean the other day, and had you seen it? You just heard of it.
Which one is it?
Where Jacqueline Glenn sang the cheating text she found of her.
Oh, what a great! And the thing about Jacqueline Glenn is she can sing too.
It was so funny. It's got like 9 million views or something like that. It was so funny. And then you're like, when she's singing these texts, obviously her boyfriend didn't intend that they would ever, but it's between him and the girl he was cheating with. And they are some of the sickest. I would be so embarrassed. But anyway, That's the stuff he watches. If I'm like, you have to watch this on your lunch break or something.
Yep.
Those short time things that he watches.
I watched it in the tub.
You've got to catch up on sports stats
I
most
do.
of the time. He's pretty good about it.
I mean, like right now.
Right here, hold on.
Right now in the other room is
my
the Texas.
cousin served in the Navy.
I
Oh, nice, Presley.
I pinned it.
My husband was at Cobar Towers. Punch Monkey. I think didn't she tell us that?
Yes.
Was it, maybe it was a different name or something. Thank you. She said we are the cutest couple. I think that the problem with, what's wrong? I was just adjusting my earring.
Is it okay?
Did you think I was going to pull it out?
Just like I'm nervous,
No, I don't ever wear earrings. And I've got earrings in each ear and they itch. So it's not, the nervous thing that I do is when I go behind it. I've been in play with my cartilage.
You play with your cartilage?
Don't y'all do that? It's so bendy.
Looking for a blackhead or something like that?
No, I just like to bend it. There's one other from bracket. Let me find where it was. That was the other thing. Hold on. I don't see it. Anyway, we went grocery shopping today, which was a little bit scary. We have outlet stores here. And literally, they parked not only.
Let's talk about that.
In all the parking lot, they parked in everyone's front yard.
How was Black Friday where you guys are at?
It's the worst that I've ever seen.
Now on Lumpkin Campground Road, which is a road that runs behind the outlet mall, people have houses and property, and they roped off their property and they charged $10 a car to park. And there's one yard. It's a pretty big yard. They must have had 50 or 60 cars in it. At $10 a car, and when they leave, they just
it's a good way to boiling peanuts.
Yes, and
I hate boiled peanuts.
It's a good way to make $1,000.
Mm-hmm. It was cool. They literally had no park. They had the stakes with the yellow tape, so nobody could just pull onto their yard. But they had a place where they could pull in, and it was $10 a car. And like he said, there was 50 cars, and people waiting to get in, people waiting to park in the parking lot or whatever.
And people parked all along the side of the road.
So we went to the grocery store, which was nearby there, and that parking lot was full, but there weren't a whole lot of people in there. They weren't there.
Yeah, a lot of those people parked there and then walked the quarter mile to the outlet. And yeah, the grocery store was actually fairly pleasant compared to the rest of the.
It was not so bad, but
Home Depot was sort of a zoo.
Yeah, inevitably when I'm doing a project, I don't have enough spray paint. And this last project, it literally took 7 or 8 cans.
Yeah, so we had this rattan stuff that my parents was gonna throw out. Rattan, I remembered what it is.
I think
wicker.
Not wicker though. Wicker,
but it's rattan, right?
It's rattan. Yeah.
Yeah, and Mandi has.
I think.
I mean, you have to take pictures of this stuff. She redid the retaining wall out front.
I showed Karen a picture of it. I was like, I did it.
I come home one day and there's all these cross ties and. I'm like, we having a manic moment. She's like, no, I'm gonna redo that retaining wall.
It's rotten.
And I'm like, yeah, but, and then I've learned 3 years ago, I'd have been like, you are. I don't question her anymore. Our shed out here that we keep stuff, she's put lights in the shed and put all, how not really a man cave, but a workstation, and all your license plates are hung up on the wall and your. A Georgia banner, and she, like I said, she hung shop lights in the shed, turned it into not really a she shed, because it's the majority of people that have those are dudes. She just is more, she's just more better than me at all that stuff. She is. I mean, I get accused all the time of not knowing how to fix a car. I do know how to drive it to the mechanic and pay the man though.
Everybody did their black Black Friday shopping online. Mandi needs a house of it. I even fixed this one up. I always tell the landlord when I said I'm going to retain the retaining wall, and he's like, all right. And then I'll be like, if I decide to paint the house, are you okay with that? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, I don't think that I'll paint the outside, but.
So our landlord is like, the landlord did put a brand new.
That's what I thought, Punch Monkey. You were punking before. That's what I thought. Go ahead.
And our landlord. We figured out that he's got over 20 properties. So when we fix something, and he's like, you're the ones that have to look at it. That's what he says. That's what he says, stuff like that. Can we do this? And he's like, well, you're the ones that have to look at it. So that's him saying you can do it if you want to.
I think he was pretty amazed that it got done though.
But we started talking about the furniture. So this furniture
Hey, Shogli.
was gonna go in the garbage, and then it was at my parents' house because they bought new furniture for that part. Mandy was like, "No, it's not. We carried it here, and it's been out on our back porch for 18 months.
Oh, longer than
Yeah, well,
that.
since we got here, a couple years,
Yeah.
right? And
Yeah.
finally,
Hey,
Mandy,
Paula.
Mandy freaking cleaned it all up, and really, it now it just needs some cushions. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do, guys. I'm going to walk around. I'll do the shed. I'll do the retaining wall. I'll show you the chicken coops again. I'll show you all the stuff that this woman does.
Well, you helped me with some of it.
Yeah, but you know, we're madly in love with each other, sure.
Thank you.
We have rock and sex, sure. And all of that is good, but we also have a really good contract that I go out there and I make the money and you take care of this. And when I say you take care of the home, it's everything inside and outside of the home. She does it. It's a pretty sweet deal.
That's very nice of you.
It's a sweet deal.
Yeah, it is. I love doing it, especially being outside because when it's raining outside, I miss it because I'm outside most of the day doing whatever. You know what I mean?
There's not a dude, unless they're really self-conscious about it. I don't think there's a man alive that
Paula, do you have Gigi blocked? Go ahead.
that doesn't want to have a partner, man or woman, that does that. If you're career oriented and you're out and you come home, not only are you going to have dinner made and the house clean and your clothes washed, you might have a new damn retaining wall or something put up.
And I have to find something to cut the rebarb. It's called rebarb.
Rebar.
That's
you know,
what gave me the idea. The old stuff was rotten, but then I saw that they had rebarb every several feet, and those go far into the ground, way down into the ground. So I was like, if you cut a hole in a landscaping tinder, you can just stack it almost like a linking log.
Yeah. So
Paula, she doesn't have you blocked. Gigi Marie, thank you. You think we're cute. I think we're cute too. Some people think we're like just too much, but they don't even know. It's Gigi Marie. And then Paula will be like, yeah, I got to block. She hadn't said that, Gigi. I'm not saying that. I can't get Wax Boss unblocked. She has a different name now that makes it easier.
I mean, but I've seen her leave comments though. No. You see I see them.
Yeah, I can see them. But I can't heart them or anything.
Yeah.
But now I think she's using a second one, and it's only on my channel that I can't see.
Yeah, because when I go through I do the majority of answering the comments for our vlogs. Mandy's
he's funny.
Does some of the other stuff, but
when I get an alert sometimes of one of our comments and it says something catty or whatever, and I'm like, didn't you? Yeah, I saw that, and I was like,
no.
And then I move straight, and then I move along. I'm like, I don't have time for that.
Right.
I don't have time for that.
I'm too busy building a deck or some shit.
Yeah, I got to build. Our deck does need to be replaced. I'm not building that. There's certain things that I will admit my own limitations. I wouldn't be able to do that. It's definitely not alone. I did put the bed skirt back on the bed after we washed it.
That was more challenging.
I couldn't believe I did it. Yeah. I had to balance it on its side. You know what a bed skirt is? Guys hate bed skirts. They don't get it. They don't understand the importance. Yeah. But for those of you who don't know, which I think all of these people know, it goes between the mattress and the box spring, and it's like a dust ruffle. That's what it's like. A dust ruffle is the other thing called. Gigi Marie, Paula, it's Gigi and then Marie. So that's so I got it on, but we have a pretty heavy mattress, so I had to balance it and stuff, and I did it, and I was like,
you don't have to get them, Paula. We're just asking if easy.
No. So we were like,
no, the person in our comments
no, that's funny. Yeah, she will. She will too. And Paula's my friend.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, she is.
Yeah.
That's the thing about when we're talking about all the fuckery that's going on, and we've got a group of friends. If you step away from
You're welcome,
this,
Gigi.
even for a couple of weeks, you come back and this person now doesn't like this person. This group's now turned on this group. I'm telling you, if you know the people, you guys know the ones that have decided they didn't want to be Mandy's friends, right? And over the last couple of years and whatever, it becomes a whole thing on here or whatever. But if you've seen us, say, in the last 12 months, right, and we've live streamed with them or we've had a panel with them or whatever, unless you know, I mean, you're never going to know. Most of those
Thank you,
people,
Munch Monkey.
even those one group has turned on these people, and if we're friends with both those people, we are probably still friends with those people, and
Yeah.
we just back off of the freaking whatever battle they're fighting, and not take sides.
I've always said, if you're my friend, you're my friend.
Right.
YouTube doesn't figure into it.
Right.
Hey,
Curious Kitty.
I haven't seen Curious Kitty in a while. Thank you. I'm glad y'all like our background. I was like, you know what? I think that if we put the streaming couch in front of it and throw some curtain lights on it, I think it'll be a festive background. What I didn't expect is that you'd be able to see the mantle too. Mm-hmm. That's even better. Mm-hmm. We already said this, but it's all of our cats, our dog, and Tiny the rooster, and then ours. So that's, if we did all of our chickens, all of our kids, they would be going around the house, which is okay. But we only have one mantle.
And yes, that's right.
Well, we have two if you count the fake fireplace in the other room, but that's not really a mantle.
I don't think that'll move again. I think when we move again, it'll be done.
Exactly.
We might be able to take the fake fireplace and put it into something different. And the thing, you know, like that's made that, like, if we have another
build something
like an entertainment center, we can put it in there.
Yeah.
Something. But Paula is our friend, and there's Paula gives it as good as she takes it. One thing that Mandi has always said, and I agree, is that you've got to divorce yourselves from the fuckery and in who your friends really are. And there's a lot of that goes on, and people that, but Paula has always been truthful.
Yeah.
She, it's like, we've got people that don't like us because we like her, and we could give a fuck less.
Yeah.
We've been doing this stuff long enough and seen the tides go in and out and seen people come and go, and Paula's our friend. And if we think she's going a little bit crazy, we'll tell her.
Yeah. Well, and she's nobody knows, like, any of the conversations that I've had with anybody. That are my friends. And so even the ones that after it hit the fan, some of them. I mean, I don't tell that stuff. So nobody knows the conversations that I have. When they say, oh, she co-signs, not just Paul, but she co-signs whatever. You don't know that.
You don't know
Y'all
that.
don't know anything about what I do. But I know it's like, if you're going to dox her, if you're going to dox her husband, be ready.
Yeah, I mean,
that's all I can say. Ready.
There's a whole freaking checklist of freaking information that is ready to be dispatched out there to the airwaves in OG drama community style.
But from lots, I mean, everybody. It's just the way that it is.
And if you're part of this, trust me. Paula does her platform. We do our platform.
Yes, Paula.
Freaking Wendy and Randy do their platform. Savage does her platform. Negs does his. All the people that are doing Tragic got his platform with AK and all that. Trust and believe. There's people that don't like all of us, and they find information. Trust and believe. Every single one of us picks up our phone and checks our DMs, and someone has dropped shit about somebody else, and all they want to do is see the drama. Really, they don't care one way or the other. But they'll drop the information. Be very, very careful fucking with somebody that's been doxed so many times and has CPS. Be careful. Be careful about what the fuck you say.
Hey, Aspasia.
Even this week, you hear people wig out because they've been doxed. And it's like, well, stop fucking with people then. Stop fucking with people. And anyway.
Thank you. Yes, Aspasia. There will be more to follow soon. But yes.
Yes.
I think everyone, like you were saying at one time, when their address has hit the open area. Sean had a picture taken of your work.
Of my work. I'll tell that story. The very first one was way back. I had, people took pictures of the condo I lived in and this and that. And the very first few times it happens,
exactly,
you do go, what the fuck? You do. It's not right for people to do it, but they're going to do it. The only time that I was ever a little bit like uncomfortable is when I worked at the convenience store there in Surf City, right? We have 2 bars on either side. So the bars are just hopping. This is the middle of the summer. So there's just people going everywhere, right? About 3:30 in the morning, I'm sitting there and I'm cleaning up and stuff because I work from about 10 at night till about 8 in the morning. Yeah, it's about 10 hours. And about 3:45, I got a DM that came in. And so I looked at it and it was a
Sawyer.
picture. And it was a picture of the outside of the front door, which was about 15 feet from me, outside of my front door, and the numbers of the address of my store, right? Now, it would be one thing if they took the picture with the parking lot was full of people and this
Right.
and that. And okay, there's hundreds of people that walk by back and forth. You know, some of the people that live there were part of the bullshit that was going on because Diane and her gang found people that lived in North. Y'all remember. But this was a picture of an empty parking lot and so it's like if they took a picture looking in the window with the address right here. And behind them, there was an empty parking lot, which means they took it at night at a time in the early morning when I was there.
Yeah.
And
Isn't that creepy?
that
It's
was
very
creepy. That was very
me
creepy.
turn the
But that was really the only time
Hold on, Sawyer.
I've ever been creeped out, you know? That creeped me out because they had done it. I had like gone to the back for a minute, or I had gone into the bathroom, or I'd simply just turned my head and looked down, and they walked up and took a picture.
Did you know that the weather is so crazy that we literally have the air conditioner on during the day and then it drops so fast that at night we flip it over to heat? Is that not weird? It's going to break our system, I think. But that's what it's every year we do that. You
Yep.
have to have the air on during the day or you will be like, and I'm not minimizing what you said. I just,
No, I got it.
and for a split second, your blood runs cold until you like realize, you know what I
Did
mean?
some fuck shit.
Sawyer, what are you doing? What are you doing?
It was really creepy.
Okay.
Yes, Punch Monkey, our Christmas tree, if we literally pressed
I
on the phone
think
and
I
flipped it
can.
around
Hold on, I can do it real
from
quick.
here, you'll see our,
Hold on.
all right, go ahead. There it is. There's our Christmas tree right there, guys. You see the ring light right here?
Yes, the stuff that you see next to the tree is our yard decorations that we need to put out. And yeah, and that's normal. You can see on the other side where we normally
And if you look right over there, it's
this. Oh yeah, that's
Can you-
we have a Diva Silky. You see it in the
see
corner?
the chicken?
It looks like it's got no top of the head. That's a silky chicken yard ornament that we're gonna put out.
And that's
Isn't it
normally, you can
cute?
see the curly sign right
Hey,
above
Sarah.
it. Normally,
Yeah.
we're streamed from right where the chicken is.
Isn't that cool?
Yep.
We
There
flipped
it
it
is.
straight around. Yeah, Sarah's here. It's good to see you, Sarah.
Hey, Sarah.
Well, I wonder why we didn't think of this last year, putting this right here, because we already had this last year. I guess because we have to move it if we use the fireplace.
Right. Yeah. What we'll do, like, if we do
Y'all
it,
have the same 70 in the day, 20 at night. Okay,
Yeah.
go ahead. Sorry.
we could literally take this couch and move it 8 feet forward, and then they'll be able to see the fire behind us when we have.
Yep. Yeah, no, Karen, with that privacy complaint, Karen followed it through. YouTube tried everything in the world to shake her off. Like, they tried every bullshit response, and she kept resubmitting and resubmitting. Hard work paid off. Don't, that's another one. Don't say her full name. Don't
Yeah.
pull her shit out there.
Here's the thing about Karen. She's just like everybody else. She doesn't like her information out there, but she's going to be our friend. She's going to be Mandy's friend.
Yep.
And we're careful when we tout all of y'all. Like, there's a few of you guys that DM us a lot. You guys know who you are. We're not going to put that on blast. We're not going to do that.
No.
We know who you are, and it's cool.
And plus, half the time, I don't remember shit anyway. But I'm doing better.
Exactly, Joanna. Joanna says, who wants their information out there? Nobody does.
Nobody. But it was kind of a different time in 2016, 2017. Live streaming was relatively new. I mean, it had been done before, but it was also new on YouTube.
Right.
And people had felt this anonymity that was kind of misguided because there was no true anonymity. People live everywhere. So you've got someone who lives in North Carolina that's making a fool out of them on the internet. Well, they're not the only ones that live in that area.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Like, so people start sharing who lives where, and then pretty soon, you're doing some fuck shit in real life.
Right.
That's how that works.
And there, like I said, we said it. If you're new, if you just
Right,
came
Jocelyn?
if you just came into the stream,
I'm sorry, Sarah. I hope you feel better.
Aw.
Not COVID, but a bad cough. Yeah, Karen cracks everybody up. Sorry, go ahead.
Get better, Sarah.
Yeah, definitely get better. She's got a lot going on.
Mandi said earlier in the stream that the statistic is there are 40,000 channels that have over 1 million subs.
40,000. The
So-
average for people who make videos, not just watch and have a channel, but that make content, the average number of subs is 1,000.
Is 1,000.
Is 1,000.
So, but to put that into perspective, anyone that watches baseball, some football stadiums are much bigger. But if you watch baseball,
It's a small town too.
it's you know,
Not
like
even a small town.
Wrigley Field, Truist Field, Fenway Park. If you fill it to capacity, every one of those people have 1 million subs. That's how many million subs are. And so we are we're very insignificant.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
that's the good way to put it. Nobody's worried about. I mean, we get
To the
so
YouTube
worked
world,
up.
I mean, to the
right?
YouTube
But that's
world.
what I'm saying. We get so worked up in our little corner and think, whatever. Someone finds out that 20 people are talking about them and they're mortified and they want to leave YouTube.
Exactly.
And I've been guilty of it. And then, but in the scheme of things, it's not that many people.
It's not.
And usually it's one person with 5 accounts.
But
Sawyer.
on the other hand, these channels, I'm talking about Randy and Wendy's channels.
Because why not?
They need there to be drama. They need a channel of 3,000 like Mandi and I have, and there's 60 people that are normally in our chat to talk about them so that they can go live and get 250 people in their chat and talk about how bad we are and awful we are, because that's what their channel's built on. And at the end of the day, Mandi, I don't think she believed this at first, but my philosophy was whenever that happens, as far as analytics and all that, we come out on top. The smaller channel, we probably gained 25 subs from that. If you don't latch yourself onto the emotion of somebody talking shit about you and you just shut it off and go to bed and live your life and don't worry about it, you'll pick up your analytics and you'll have more followers that are...
Because it really is that simple, just
Yeah.
to turn it off.
It
And
is.
then when you're ready to watch the shit again, you turn the shit back on. He's drinking water. Okay, I give Sawyer a little bit of watermelon water in the lid, and he's drinking it, and he's going to want more, and I'm not going to give him more because dogs can't be drinking watermelon aloe water.
Have a great night, Rez. Rez got to go.
Yeah, it's kind of late for a what are we on Friday night, right?
Right.
Sean's off for 3 days, so I'm losing
know.
track of my days.
Yeah. I kept telling Mandi, oh, I got a half a day tomorrow and this and that. And I'm like, wait a second. That's the next day.
Really, this is the first time he's ever had 3 days off where we weren't going on vacation or someone was visiting or something like that. So it's been really nice. It can be very easy to get used to that. You know
And
what I mean?
my boss tends to, and my boss is okay, but he tends to think when people get 3 days off that, like he'll say something like, I just gave you 3 days off, so, you should be grateful and you're going to do. No. When you get 3 days off from a place like the post office or whatever, you realize there's other stuff out there.
Yeah.
I mean, I think even, I won't say her name, but my one coworker that was out for 6 weeks, I think she's come back and been like,
Yeah, this is for the
yeah,
bird.
it is. And it's not awful, but I've heard that, do you guys know, someone told me like in a DM that people make fun of my job or something, which
I heard that
I
somewhere.
don't care that they do. It's just, it's amusing because it's a pretty good job.
It's a very good job.
As far as, but that just goes to show people will pick apart whatever.
They'll say
They'll say anything.
anything about anything. I love you guys. Sorry watching you, sweet and kind. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, no problem at all. People find us how they find us. We're pretty low key and mellow, contrary to like Sean is just. He's not quite the monster that he has been portrayed to be.
And that was the other point
He's
about
not. He's in.
I guess
Sawyer.
Wendy took exception to me going, we got the sound bites where Wendy's going, get him, Trisha. And Wendy's saying that that she's doing better than she did and this and that. But then she was very offended that I talked about her and reminisce about something that happened 6 years ago. Look, Wendy, lean in. You can say whatever you want. I can be the biggest asshole in the world, but there are very, very few people in whatever channel that they watch that will say to you that I am lucky to have gotten out of that. That there's not very many people, hate me or like me, that can't say that I'm not in a better place and that my life is better and that that I'm happy with her and in love with her. It doesn't work to sit there and try to convince an audience of 250 people that I am responsible for her actions or this or that, or I encourage their actions or whatever. All you do is get a bunch of people that go, yeah, he's an asshole, but he got the fuck out of there.
What I would challenge, why do they not, if they obviously don't like us. Really, neither one of them have apart or together. No,
Right.
Neither one of them has ever liked us. But I challenge you to express your opinion about me and Sean and flaws that we have without diverting to Trisha.
That's right. Yeah, just talk about us without
Without diverting
whole
to
drama
that.
community, wherever you are, loosely, all these people and all these channels that what become the drama community loosely came together watching her. And therefore watching me. What I did, win, lose, or draw, or whatever, was get the fuck away and get out of that situation to make my life better. I mean,
Nelson.
Yoga Pants says 100%, Sean. And yoga watches Al. That's okay. You'll watch Al too, right? And she doesn't like me, and she talks about me, but she can't say that I'm not in a better spot. She can't say that I haven't bettered myself. And
That's just the thing. Just do it without using that as your scapegoat catch-all for your review. You know what I mean? Like,
I think Yoga was taking it. When you look at your DMs, people were giving Yoga a hard time for being in our chat.
Yeah, they do that a lot.
Yeah, they do that, and you're free to go wherever you want to go. That was Emma in that group. And we're giving Yoga Pants a hard time because Yoga goes to all the streams.
Right.
And doesn't cause
Sarah,
trouble.
for real, I hope you feel better. Sarah's going to urgent care. I don't want to seem like we didn't doing a virtual appointment. Isn't that funny how they can do that when you have like chest congestion? They do. Anyway, go ahead. I just didn't want her to think that we weren't looking.
Yoga Pants is a perfect example of being able to go and slide into a chat in anyone's live stream and sort of just
punch monkey
and just get along.
Yeah.
And because I pinned something that Yoga said in our last couple live streams ago, that group of people over there, the Moon Bears and the Emmas.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I guess he said they descended and were just sending her DMs and stuff.
Oh,
about
that's what they do.
Them being, because they're in that stage of their live streaming where they're in divide and conquer. And they think that, they're going to conquer the world. But they're real close to having some fuck shit get dropped about them. They don't shut the fuck up. And I won't say any more about that.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. I can't believe that those two think that they garner so much power.
Well, they're in that stage.
Is that what
people go through that stage? Moon's been there before. Remember, she had to come up because of Letitia talking about Letitia and this and that, and started to think she was a little holier than thou and that this was going to be her business. She's not doing any better than anybody else living in that apartment with her little moving violations and stuff like that. And then Emma comes and Emma comes along and, starts her fuck shit and then thinks that we're not going to call out her awful photoshopping and stuff like that. Because that's what we do.
I know.
We go back and forth with each other.
If she wasn't such a douche canoe,
right.
I would have never laughed and said they're fake or pointed out what's fake about them. I don't care if you pretend to be with someone I don't have anything to do with that. I don't really care. But the fact that you are such a
loudmouth.
Yeah, and that you talk a big game and you think that it's not totally obvious that you have concocted this physical romance that the two of you have. And
that hat man over there doesn't even really have your back. And I'm not saying that I don't have to have Mandy's back.
I think she's just too much. She's just he's just like
I
whatever.
think he's over there going, can we build a channel about what didn't he have this thing going on with whatever the Joker, the Hat Man, whatever it is. And then this crazy girl is just, you know, going after everybody from north of the
Yes.
border or whatever, and everyone's just staring at her like, what?
Yeah.
You don't see him. You see Emma, and you see that she's streaming with with Moon Bear, and she's creating this, you know, like
Pretending they want a computer. That
right.
she needs a
No,
computer.
that they're raising money for the $700 computer, and it's like. But then on the other story is she's wearing this great big 4-carat rock on there. Just buy your friend a fucking computer if you can wear a 4-carat. It just doesn't make sense.
Catman should be buying you, you know.
Mm-hmm.
The photoshopping was out of control. There you go. Hello, Carlos. What? Wow. Ski Mask Andy is in jail. Oh, that's what y'all were talking about. I don't think you know. I don't know a whole lot about Ski Mask Andy, but he beefs with German lady, I think, and Boyd a lot.
And not
What is he?
cousin Andy, but
Bond, that's what I thought at first. Bond
yeah.
revoked. Okay, I'll have to catch up on that because I don't know. And then Karen said, "Is right. Wendy and Randy think we're only friends because of TT. They don't understand that we literally go days and days without mentioning anything related to her. 100%. I know so much information about people that have nothing to do with YouTube.
And the thing
Never.
about it is they don't know where Karen came from.
No.
They don't know where some of the other people, you know, but it's super important for Randy. Like Randy always says, you know, when she's backed in a corner, oh, you care about views and you care about this. No, we don't that much. We don't care like you care.
Yeah.
You can make your whole world about it. And then like Sam Telfer, you know, this is her thing. This is her grift, you know, and every time she goes down the rabbit hole with somebody or starts, you know, tries to act like she's tough, everyone throws her past in her face.
I think Randy and Wendy, regardless of whose channel stream on, they get each other pumped up.
Right.
And they have this thing that it's whatever. They bounce off each other. Will one pretend like they don't know the drama, and the other one will tell them. And Wendy will go, "I never ever watched that person, so I don't know." And Randy
But let me tell you everything.
but Randy will go, "Oh, well, this is what happened."
Right,
and then
right,
Wendy
right.
adds information that shows that she absolutely did watch whatever it was. So, and it's whatever, but it's just like nobody. They're not. They think that when people say you're scared that I'm going to drag you, you're scared.
We're
you better
past
be
that.
scared of what and it's like nobody's physically.
No,
we've
evolved past that part as content creators. We've all been dragged.
Mark,
We've all been dragged. We've all been talked about. It just is, dude. We're not. It doesn't affect our real lives, and most people. And that's why people like Moon Bear and Emma can come into our community because they haven't reached that point. You know, they're still yeeing and yawing and thinking that they're going to like pay their rent by doing live streams, talking about people. And then when they get doxxed, which inevitably will happen, they'll be mad about it.
Yeah.
You know, but like you use, I talked about Telfer. She's got more subs than
Punch
I mean. Sam Telfer has built more subs than in 2 years than Randy has in 10 with her channel because of her association with Yaba and all that. But this is her racket. She has to figure out how to make merchandise, create content, and the merchandise she has.
Randy?
No, I'm talking about Sam now.
Oh.
She has to figure out how to create content, how to sell merchandise. And she's got no fallback.
The only thing I ever hear her say is making excuses why she hadn't got it done or got it mailed.
Right. She's always on here going, well, when you're making these candles yourself and when you're getting that, she's burnt out because you can't maintain this. You can't maintain the intensity forever that people want to see.
You're right. Karen says, Wendy acts so pompous. She's better than everyone. I honestly used to like her, but not anymore. She does think she's better than everyone else. And she'll say she doesn't. She does. She thinks that she is absolutely superior to the rest of us. We're all in the same fucked up corner of YouTube. Not even a corner.
And then there's
only 4 corners.
I know.
So we're not even that big.
Well, unless we're in like a hexagon or an octagon.
Nobody wants anything to do with our community.
She's all mad because I mentioned that she called the cops because my ex-wife was ranting and raving on a live stream about how Wendy's husband left her for a younger woman, which...
Nobody knows nobody cares.
The thing is, it doesn't really matter if that happened or not. But she is such a pretentious woman that we could all see it happening. Could you imagine having to walk into her after work every day? I mean, it's such a plausible argument because we rarely see her in a setting, because it's only in YouTube, where she's talking about happy things. You know, she's always
Carlos.
Karen, looking down her nose at
and
everybody.
that's what, and Sarah says, Karen, I can't stand Wendy anymore. I tried to listen to her and Randy the other day, and I couldn't stand to listen to Wendy and her I'm holier than thou BS.
Yeah.
Do you, so Wendy and Randy, do you hear this? Because these people don't, Sarah Smiles is about as neutral as you can get, right? Karen is just whatever. People do not appreciate the way that you speak. Your people might, and that's fine.
And it's not all of them.
But
There's some of them.
other than the two of you streaming together to get this done, nobody watches you just for talking about bullshit, right? I mean, nobody does. So it's fine. The two of you need each other to bounce off each other and to perpetuate this attitude of superiority and this whole holding on to some shit that hasn't happened since 2017. Right? We've been married for 3 years. Right?
Yeah.
3.5 years, something like that.
It's
don't divert to that.
And it's amazing. I get a kick out of it, though.
Exactly.
That's why I'm bringing it up again. I get a kick out of it when I mention something for about 5 or 6 minutes on our stream about something that happened 7 years ago, and
Carlos.
they need to fire up a live stream to talk about it. You know, they need to put 4 times the people into their chat, and all you did was make more people aware of it.
Right.
And all you did was send 25 subscribers over
Yeah,
here.
if I pulled our analytics right now, you'd see that when Katie used to drag the shit out of me, I got lots and lots and lots of subs. So
we were sitting on about 2,500 subs a year ago when we got into that fuck shit with Sam and Yaba, and we went over 3,000 subs in a month just because of it.
Oh.
We did.
You know, I believe you. I'm just not like, I do not, the analytics and stuff is Sean's thing, but it is absolutely the case when you see, like, I knew we were over 3,000, but I didn't know it was 500 in just a matter of.
I literally, it was probably about 20. No, I mean, it was just.
That's a commercial.
No, it was, we were probably stuck on between 26 and 27. And when I say stuck, it's just like, this is what we did. And we did all that in Texas in about 4 months.
Carlos says, Randy, no one cares about you slinging hash at the Waffle House.
Does she do
Smoking
that?
Cigarettes behind the restaurant dumpster. I don't think so. I think Carlos is being silly.
She gave up. She had her Wendy's job. And it was hilarious when Randy would worked at Wendy's, and it was hilarious the times that Randy would like go. Remember when she would go into the bathroom and live stream?
She'd be in her headset.
She'd have her headset. She'd go into the bathroom and live stream to retort about something that was happening.
Something irrelevant.
It was gold.
Totally irrelevant.
It was gold, and it was funny when she did it. You know, it was pretty awesome when she did it.
Yeah, she, like everybody else, I think we've all changed to an extent. But some people have I just can't, I don't do, it's the pretentious for me.
Yeah.
That, the somehow that they can, the validate, vindicate, whatever. We don't have to show proof of anything. That's why this is such a fun community. People can say whatever the hell they want. So when you demand proof, no.
I'm going to give you proof.
What for?
I mean, nobody shows proof. Angelo wouldn't show his DD214, right?
Yeah, sub matters don't. And people, sub numbers don't matter. It's only views and time watched. And videos actually pay more than live streams.
I went, like, a long time ago, I got into this when Sam and I were friends. She said nobody wants to see videos. They want to see live streams. Yes, if you're small time.
Yeah.
If you're small time with, under 50,000 subs or whatever, then live streaming and super chatting and this and that and AdSense is the way to go. But the top, I would say 50, the top 200 YouTubers. 20. The top, 500, they don't live stream.
Yeah.
They make content. They edit content. They upload content. They get a shit ton of views.
As Spacia says, it's an excellent job. Ain't it rich that people who sit on their asses all day are marginally employed are the ones that ridicule you. I think she might be behind in the chat, but she might be.
That's fine. That's all right.
But that's true.
Oh, she's talking about like the post office job?
Yeah, I think so. Maybe so. Gigi, I think, was a little behind too, but I don't know how to when they catch up, they'll realize. But yeah, it's
Carlos is freaking going off.
Carlos is, I don't know what
Must
he's
be a
doing.
slow night, because he's, I mean, and that's it. I mean, we get about 60 to 80 people to watch us, but Carlos doesn't miss us very much. And he comes in, he brings.
He's pretty cool.
he
And I
brings
used
the
to
Lord's
think he
work in.
hated me.
Yeah.
Like I used to think he absolutely couldn't stand me. So I thought it was funny when he started coming in. He I think he would go bounce in different places, and then he gets blocked and he moves on, and then eventually he gets unblocked, and then he does whatever.
Yeah. Or he just comes on another account. But yeah.
We had fun.
So a week ago, 10 days ago, Sam had to put a tweet out to everybody that says, "I'm sorry, it's got to be Sean and Mandi." That's fine with us.
Yeah.
That's fine with us because people come.
Yeah, I like that. And please make sure that you say both of our names.
Yeah, say both of us because we're together.
Too many Starbucks. We've had fun with you guys.
We did.
We
have.
We have had a good time.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't have to work tomorrow either.
You didn't have to work tomorrow either. But we will probably be back tomorrow.
Yes. We
I gotta move the chair.
Maybe if it's cold tomorrow, we'll pull the chair forward and we'll build a fire back there.
That would be a good idea. I like it when you build fires, but they crack the brick because they're so hot.
Just remember, we'll leave on this note. Everybody loves the drama until they are the drama.
Yeah. Notice we don't ever say, stop talking about us.
We don't mind.
I don't care.
I got her. She's got
YouTube.
me. And we are the big R word all the time. We're relevant to people. I don't know why. I don't know why it's a big deal what we say, but it is.
I just love that you owe me proof. I don't owe you shit.
Just prove it. Prove it. Oh, shut the fuck up.
I'm like, you're the one that freaked out and called the cops.
Yeah,
you know you did. Don't own it. Own it. Drama, exactly.
You think that nobody, you think that anybody believes that you didn't send the cops to my place several times.
Well, and the Beast, even when you texted her to tell her it happened, the Beast said it on the live stream.
Yeah.
So anyway.
It was a very
it's kind of funny. Why can't you just laugh about it?
I know. It's a very insignificant event that nobody outside of our platform would have even remembered, but you made it a big deal. Wendy made it a big deal. And she thinks that if she's got 260 people in there or they do a poll with their people, that's what truth is. First of all, no one really cares, but no. Outside of that little hug box, everybody knows what happened.
Randy, you'll always be a noodle.
You'll be the noodle.
Always. Have a great night, you guys. Thank you. Have a good night.